Why are AI so amazing? I mean, they're very amazing and replacing the workforce, right? And they, as agents or as AI assistants, right? And for brainstorming, they've got access to large language base. But I'm trying to come more to the spirituality concept that we can learn from, and they're forming, better companions and even people with better relationship partners as well, right? And so I want to discuss the core principle which we can learn from a spirituality perspective, right? And how we can outdo the AI and be ahead of them. And that's what I'm going to discuss in this video today. So for those of you who like the contents of my video, please don't forget to press like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is going to greatly help my channel to be able to reach out to more people and help greater number of people, right? And for those of you who don't know me, I am Osman, hashtag the blind Muslim yogi. I am a bioenergy healer with telepathic healing capabilities on a master level, specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and even um, spiritual ailments. An amazing offer if you're suffering from any stress or anxiety, a 10-minute anxiety fix for just $5, less than the price of a Starbucks coffee, and delivered to you telepathically anywhere. Instantly visit my website yogawellness786.com for more information, contact information, and testimonials, and more about my services. And also, I am an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing this art form for almost 50 years and teaching it now for 46 years. In that period, I studied from some amazing, great masters across different schools of thought, different cultures, and across the globe, from the Far East, the Middle East, and the West, including the scientific communities, and basically put together my own unique protocols by combining all the information, but adapting them for the 21st century, making them faster, easier, quicker, more time efficient, and results oriented. To that end, I now have students in over 100 countries. My favorite protocol is my 5-minute yoga and meditation program, which you can download for free by visiting my website, yogawellness786.com. So you can also get my website in my bio, right? In my YouTube channel, The Blind Muslim Yogi, all lowercase, right? And also, get more information about my service. And also remember that my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment, right? So coming back to this AI, what they are so amazing. So the difference now with AI is, so let's take for example, you create a New Year's resolution, right? And you want to follow. Normally, you break the resolution. Statistically, they said you create the resolution, and by the 18th of January, you already broke it, right? On average, right? Majority of the people, right? And you know what is right, what you should do, but you're doing the wrong thing anyway. A very good song, that describes this problem is a song where it says, "My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yeah. There's nothing wrong with a little bump and grind." Getting into a lot of trouble, that song, right? Got a lot of people into a lot of problems, right? So there's something inside, the emotions overcome logic. So logically, this is wrong, it's harmful, you shouldn't be having sugar, so much of sugar, you're obese, you need to watch your diet, you need to exercise, you need to go to the gym, you need to exercise, you need to make sure you sleep. You should not be scrolling, on your phone, late hours of the night. You have to just put your phone aside, put it on charge, switch it off, preferably to have minimum 7 to 9 hours of sleep. All this is not happening, right? No one's exercising. Majority is not exercising how you should. Majority not sleeping enough. Majority spend too much time on their hand devices all night and doing the things that are harmful for you, right? And AI is programmed 1, 2, 3. It will do it efficiently every day, not get sick. It's gonna do its task and you're not going to be tempted to, hey, let's go, for a break, or I'm not feeling okay today, I want to stay away from work. No, there's no feeling, no emotion attached. It's just purely like instinct. It's following like an instinct. It'll follow its programming. And then when it comes to like relationships, why people are finding it better relationship partners, it's not going to be unfaithful. It's programmed to be loyal and faithful. You program it, it's going to be loyal and faithful only to you. It will die. That's its programming. It will never be tempted. There's no emotion. Suddenly, it's not going to see a hunk or amazing babe, right? And tongue out and saliva dripping and drooling, right? After that person, and you're in a relationship with someone else, right? And how often, right? People are in relationships say, I'm in this relationship, but I'm so attracted to this other person, right? Especially when you're in college and young and your hormones are, and especially in high school as well. Got your girlfriend, or especially in college, you got your girlfriend, your boyfriend, but you're attracted to this other person and the weakness of the flesh, right? All that doesn't happen with AI. It's going to be loyal. It's going to say, programmed to say the most perfect words to you all the time. It's going to say, and it's going to give you an amazing dopamine hit, right? It's going to give you, right? You're going to feel so amazing. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel fulfilled, and you're going to feel like, like you found a perfect partner, right? And now they are developing fully functional robotic models that are cost an arm and a leg, but there are more affordable ones, I think, around $6,000 going up to $150,000, right? The fully functional top tier models around 150,000 US dollars that has the temperature of and feels like human skin, and got like a bone like structure, and can even dance all the dances, all the ballroom dance, can do the waltz, can do the foxtrot, can do the samba, can do the tango, right? With mobility and orientation adaptation and intimacy functions, right? Intimacy function, facial expressions, lip movement, right? And so, what's happening, right? So, how we as humans can overcome the AI, right? What is it that we've got? So we have to know what's causing the problem. AI is getting us on our weakness. So what is that weakness? The weakness is our inconsistency. We can't do our willpower, um, our emotions, controlled by our emotions, and how to gain better control of it automatically. Like taking your finger, put in the water, it's going to get wet. Take your finger, put in the fire, it's going to get burnt. So what must you do that's going to automatically remove these weaknesses? What's causing these weaknesses is your subconscious mind. So if you understand how the subconscious mind works, 97% of your behavior is controlled by your subconscious mind. Only 3% of your conscious mind. So if you say, I want to do this, I mustn't do this, and I want to do this, if you only got 3% power, this is why you're failing. 97, what's programmed in your subconscious is what's going to rule you. So if your subconscious programming is, yes, you have to be faithful, monogamous relationship, or you must follow a strict regimen, protocol, a system. If this is healthy, if it's good for you, it doesn't matter what the taste, you're going to do it. You're going to create the program, you create the schedule, you follow the schedule, right? Depending on your subconscious conditioning, right? How successful you're going to be in it. So we don't want to go now and recondition, hypnotize ourselves to the condition. We don't want to recondition ourselves. We want to be free to from the fetters of this conditioning. So this is where yoga protocols come in. The pranayama protocol, which you can visit my YouTube channel, all lowercase, the blind Muslim yogi. That is, if you're listening to me on podcast, not on my YouTube channel. The blind Muslim yogi, all lowercase. You'll find my videos are over 500. Go to my playlist under the favorites, right? I've got the pranayama protocol and the kriya protocol, right? First do the pranayama and then the kriya. This will have the effect to naturally, safely start removing your programming bit by bit, but not snap your finger overnight. If that's going to happen overnight, you can go and get a Kundalini, awakening and experience a potential fatality incident, or go to be institutionalized, to a psychiatric ward, or even for the rest of your life suffer with pain, anxiety, or certain problem that medication is not going to fix, right? There is that risk, not a high risk, but it is a very real risk. Hundreds of thousands of people are having that risk, right? So better to follow the safer. Just start with the breathwork protocol that I have, the Pranayam Pro, in my YouTube channel. It's free. I mean, I'm not charging. There's no catch behind it. You don't have to come, uh, scale up or take a higher level, and it's a starting cost, and come to the next level. If you pay, you can get the higher value. I give the full information one shot, and the Kriya, I give the full thing, all the information one shot, with the dangers. Yes, people, they keep it secret because they say it can be dangerous. Of course, it can be very dangerous, can be fatal, but why should I continue to keep it a secret? Why should the majority suffer for the sins or the irresponsibility of the minority, right? So, or even maybe the irresponsibility of the majority, right? We give the warning signs. We everyone says tobacco is harmful, right? Cancer causing, right? But they don't make it illegal, right? They say, like alcohol, I mean, is very addictive, right? But you have to drink responsibly. Gambling is addictive, right? All these things are dangerous things, but you have to, yes, it can cause a major problem. Similarly, with spirituality, you have to heed the warnings, right? So, this will have the effect of removing. What's going to do, not only going to remove, it's going to open your nuance capability of thinking. So, AI can only think with the information that it has access to. It can only think within the box. It cannot think out of the box. Humans can think out of the box. They can create the most amazing symphony from something that was never before. So AI can create something amazing and unique from existing technologies or existing bits of information, making a change in the variety there, right? Nothing from out of the box. So say now there's a problem and we can't find the solution, right? It's the confounding problem, especially in human relationships. Problems are very complex, right? When it comes to human problems, right? Especially when it comes to not only romantic relationship, but in business, in the corporate situation, in the management structure, right? The, it is very confounding how to find a strategy to overcome, these type of problems, as well as overcoming competition. This is why CEOs are paid so much, because if a company is not doing well, so what the owner normally does, he takes the CEO out and puts another CEO who can take a company that's almost facing liquidation, insolvency, take it out, navigate it out of troubled waters, and make it profitable. There was a stage of my life when I focused on fixing broken businesses that were nearing liquidations, right? And I think I've done well over 100 businesses, right? That I went and implemented strategies because I had a knack of finding something, a unique strategy that people normally don't think of, and it helps to get the business. So I spent some time in the business, like about a week or two, not forever, to get to know what is the energy of the business, what is it doing, right? What are its normal protocols, just to get to use to its normal daily protocols and its energy, right? And then I find how to change that around to create an upward success. So in over 100 companies that I, carried out, it takes some time. I haven't failed in a single one, right? And self-employed now for 30 years, right? And 30 years of self-employment, it's a major accolade, right? People can't be self-employed. Anyone who 80% of the business self-employment ventures end within the first 6 months, and those who are left, another 80% will leave within 2 years, and of those who are left from there, the further 80% will leave before it is 5 or 10 years, right? We'll say 10-year mark. It's like a fraction of a percentage that reaches the 10-year mark, right? Why? Because it's very challenging, right? And there's huge cash flow problems, but you find a way how to overcome it, the worst of situations. And it all has to do with strategy, right? So like that, AI can only work on known strategies. It can't create out of the box a brand new, because the world is dynamic, things are changing. Suddenly AI came, right? So we didn't have this before in history. So you have to create brand new strategies on how you're going to cope in this new world, because unemployment is becoming rampant, right? So how you can make this, turn it around and make it work for you, right? Only human can use that. So when your clutter 97% is reducing gradually, you'll get the epiphanies from the beginning. You'll start getting the epiphanies, right? And you'll be able, because you have to remember, never a time you'll come across a problem greater than your ability to bear, right? If you are in a problem and there's no solution and you tried everything, is you haven't really tried everything. It's just that you haven't found the solution yet, right? So always remember the serenity prayer, right? In conjunction to which I just said, right? That help me to fix the problems, give me the power to fix the problems that I can, and give me the wisdom to accept the things, that I cannot fix, right? And the wisdom to know the difference, right? The serenity to accept the things that I cannot fix, and the wisdom to know the difference. Some things cannot be done, but I don't like to use the word cannot. Cannot do is not in. I don't like that in my vocabulary. I always, how can we get it done? How can we? Yes, it was always traditionally people couldn't fly traditionally, but how can we invent an aeroplane? Said the Wright brothers. Henry Ford, yes, people will not take a mechanical, but how can I make a mechanical thing that's going to replace the horses and that motor? And everyone was laughing at him, right? That is noisy machine is not going to take off, right? And people, Thomas Edison said, hey, after 1,000 failures, I didn't fail 1,000 times. I found 1,000 ways that it will not work, and he continued. And that's why we have the electric bulb, right, today. So you need to do some type of mechanical practice now, which is scientifically proven. There's a professor in the University of California recently in 2025 proven box breathing, and he used the protocols in mice that 100% it improves your health markers as well as your longevity and your thinking capability, right? Improves your thinking capability. The one thing you have above AI is your creativity, your nuance ability to be able to think in finer and finer ways and get solution and create Mozart symphony, an amazing painting that is an original, right? An original, So yes, I mean now AI can create their own original, but they're using something from what they've seen from the masters, right? And creating their own masterpiece as a combined. You see, they're creating their own masterpiece YouTube videos, right? My videos are all natural, right? As you can see, it's coming raw, right? And one of the reasons was it was a weakness. I'm blind. I can't have a notebook. I can't read from a notepad. I'm blind, right? So I said, but let me use that to my advantage. I come across, using what I tap into my creativity and let it just flow through me, right? And let that flow come through. That flow cannot be experienced by any AI. They don't know what is a flow state. They just know just to analyze, this thing. So this is how you can beat it, and this is where spirituality is so important, right? You're gonna, especially, I believe the pranayama tool is your weapon, and kriya at a advanced stage of pranayama, when, as I recommend in my video, follow my recommend, then you do the kriya according to that. And in the playlist you'll find the kriya. It's also free, nothing, no catch behind it, nothing, right? It's there with all the dangers, right? I explain it, but I'm offering it in a very safe manner, but there's still some dangers, and I explain, everything in those videos. You check it under my playlist, under favorites, right, in my YouTube channel. And you can also visit my website for more information about all my services as well, yogawellness786.com. And hey, if you feel you're suffering with stress, anxiety, and you want that kickstart, you want to experience what is telepathic energy healing, try my 10-minute anxiety fix, delivered to you telepathically anywhere in the world, wherever you are, at just $5, less than the price of a Starbucks coffee, right? Visit my website, yogawellness786.com, for contact information, testimonials, and more information about my services and about me. I hope all this information helps you, and take care of yourself always.